Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi shrali sadri wa yassirli amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi zidni ilma. How is everyone? Hope that you all are learning, enjoying your learning. Okay, today we are here to solve one more paper, Computer Science, paper 2, Algorithms, Programming and Logic. It's 0478, paper 2 of February, March 2025. The most recent one. The duration of the paper is 1 hour 45 minutes. You have to answer the question paper. No additional materials are needed. You have to answer all the questions. Use a black or a dark blue pen. You can use HB pencil or for drawing the diagrams or any graphs if there are any. Write your name, center number, and candidate number in the given boxes at the top of the page. You have to write your answer to each question in the given space. Do not use an erasable pen or correction fluid at all. Do not write on any barcodes. Calculators must not be used in the paper. Paper is of 75 marks. The number of marks for each question or part question is given in the brackets. There is no mark that will be awarded for using the brand names of software packages or hardware. So please refrain from using the brand names. Fine. Now we are starting the paper. Are we ready? Okay, question number 1. Question number 1 is tick one box to complete this sentence. A standard method of solution used to find a piece of data in any array is a bubble sort, counting routine, linear search, or selection search. Exactly, that's great. It is basically your linear search. So part C is the right answer. Now, question number 2. Tick one box to complete this sentence. The pseudocode to store a hotel name held in the variable name to a text file is. Now, what are the options available? You can see here. Read file, hotels.txt name, write file, hotels.txt name, write file name, hotels.txt, or store file, hotels.txt, name. So what do you think? Out of these 4 options, which one is the correct option that is used to store a hotel name in the variable name to a text file? That's great. Read file and store file A and E are completely out of questions. Out of these, B and C, which is the right option? Okay. Part B. Part B, write file hotels.txt, name. The name of the file comes first and the variable comes later. Correct. That's great. Easy. First one is linear search, and second one is B part, that is write file hotels.txt, name. Maybe move ahead. Okay, now let's move to the next question. Question number 3. Four development life cycle stages and 5 descriptions are shown. Draw one line from each stage to the most appropriate description. Not all descriptions will be used. The descriptions are on the right-hand side and the terms on the left-hand side. The stages are on the left-hand side. Testing, analysis, coding, and design. And the descriptions are identify the problems and requirements, reviewing the final solution to suggest further developments, making sure the program code works as expected, using structure diagrams, flowcharts, and pseudocode to plan the solution, using a programming language to create the solution. So which one is the right option? Okay, done? Now, which one is testing? Testing. Making sure the program works as expected. Analysis. Identifying the problems and requirements. Coding. Using a programming language to create the solution, correct? And design. Using structure diagrams, flow charts, and pseudocode to plan the solution. So this is your final answer. So you can see testing, you all got 4 out of 4. Testing is making sure the program code works as expected. Analysis is the identification of the problems and requirements. Your coding is writing the program code using a programming language, and designing is using the structure diagrams, flowcharts, and pseudocode to plan the solution. Okay, easy. Did we all score 4 out of 4? Okay, now maybe move ahead. Okay, now next question. Question number 4. A presence check is a type of validation check. State the purpose of a presence check. So what does it do? To check that the value has been entered, to check the value has not been left blank in the important field. Important fields are not left blank. So there can be many answers which all are related to the same, that values have been entered and the fields are not left blank. Any issues? Now part B. A value input into a computer system must be an integer. Identify the validation check that should be used to test whether the value input meets this requirement. Value entered must be an integer. Fine. So which is the most important check that strikes your mind? Definitely type check. Exactly. So easy. Now moving to second part of B part. Write pseudocode for an algorithm to allow a number to be input into an appropriate variable and check whether the number is an integer. If the number is an integer, it is accepted. If the number is not an integer, an error message is output. Re-input of the number is required until a valid number is input. Now, this is very, very important. Just try to understand the question first, and then we proceed with its answer. Now, you can see re-input is needed in case an invalid number is entered. And what is this? If the number is an integer, accepted. Accepted is based on situation that the number input is an integer. Number is an integer, accepted. If the number is not an integer, then error message is going to be displayed. So since they are asking us to keep on re-inputting the data until the required number is input, like until the integer is input. So we can use it, we can do it through a repeat, or we can do it through a while loop. Exactly. So you can see repeat until input number. Now, if mod number comma 1 is not equal to 0, then output, please try again. Assume that you, just giving you an example, what I can say, assume that you entered maybe 5. Okay, 5 comma 1. Like for example, what we did, we entered 5 and assume that mod 5 comma 1 means what? Definitely you are dividing 5 by 1 and the remainder will be see, I'm dividing 5. Now assume that yes, it's very easily, no problem at all. Assume that we are just talking about different situations. Situation 1 is I entered 5 here. Okay. And then we applied the situation, the condition checking is here. If mod number comma 1 is not equal to 0, mod number is 5 and comma 1 means division is done. And the remainder, by the way, I'm dividing 5 by 1 and it is going to divide completely. And what is the remainder? Remainder is 0, exactly. Now, what are we doing? We are just checking 0 is not equal to 0. What do you think? This is the result. 0 is the result. And now we are checking 0 is not equal to 0. By the way, is the condition true or false? Is this condition true or false? The condition is actually 0 is not equal to 0. So you will say it to be false. And definitely it will not enter. And it will check until mod number comma 1 equal to 0. Till the time the mod applied on the number divided by 1 is going to give you the answer of remainder as 0. So keep on inputting. Definitely it will not ask me to re-input the data because it is meeting the condition. But situation 2, assume that I entered maybe, for example, 7.9, for example. Now you can see if we apply this mod condition with this mod here and we move down, fine. Now just let's redo with mod and 7.9. Now 7.9 comma 1. By the way, do you think it will give you the same result? No, it will give you the remainder, isn't it? 7.9 will definitely 1 times 7 is 7 and the remainder is going to be, you will put the decimal and then you will move down and then you perform the complete division. So by the way, if you are dividing 7.9 by 1, will you get 0 as a remainder? No, it is not. So what will you get actually? You can see for yourself when you apply the division. Okay, now just let me make it very simple one so you can understand. 7.1, for example. 1 times 7 is 7. And remainder is going to be, definitely you have place a decimal and remainder is 1. So you can see that it's going to be giving you the remainder of 1 here. And 1 is not equal to 0. Now you can see this is going to ask for a re-input actually. Till the time the user has entered an integer value. So it will keep on asking the person to re-input the value. The use of mod number comma 1 not equal to 0. Then output please try again, end if and until mod number comma 1 equal to 0. Till the time the mod function applied on number divided by 1, giving you the remainder of 0, keep on doing the work. Understood? Easy? Question number 5. A program is written to only accept data that contains more than 9 characters. The program needs to be tested. The table, when completed, shows appropriate test data that matches the type of test data and the purpose of the test data. Complete the table by inserting the missing information. So whatever is in black was provided to us and whatever is in red was something that we were supposed to insert. ABC. Now the question says only accept data that contains more than 9 characters. It means that what are we supposed to do? You can see ABC is abnormal, exactly. And purpose is going to be to make sure that the program rejects data that is too short. It is too much short or as compared to the requirement. That's why the program will be rejected. Now boundary, if you remember boundary, exactly, that's something that is going to be in the rejection and one will be accepted, exactly. So boundary is normally a set. So here the example, as you can see, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. More than 9 characters were accepted. So it means it is going to be a boundary data. And to make sure that the program rejects data that is only just too short. These are just examples exactly, Ali, that if, for example, you want to mention any other example, that's perfectly okay. But the purposes are supposed to talk about what they are for. So be very clear about the purposes. They should be very self-explanatory. Fine. Just be clear that the purposes are going to be somewhat similar. Or examples of test data may vary from child to child, from student to student. So second one is boundary, and we have taken a value that should be rejected by the program. And that is because it is composed of not more than 9 characters. Okay. Now, normal, to make sure that program accepts data that is inappropriate length. Inappropriate length means any value that is more than 9 characters. So you have mentioned a value that seems to be definitely longer than the requirement, more than 9 characters is acceptable. So that is how you are going to score 6 marks if you have filled in the right test data, you have written the right data type, the type of test data, and the descriptions. So if you have written them appropriately, then definitely 6 marks are yours. Easy? Okay. Question number 6. This pseudocode algorithm is intended to allow 1,000 positive integers to be input and stored in a 1D array. The integers are added together as their input and the highest value is identified. At the end of the algorithm, the highest number, the total, and the average of the numbers are input. Now you can see integers are added together as their input and the highest value is identified. At the end of the algorithm, the highest number, the total, and the average of the numbers are output. Now, this is the given pseudocode algorithm, and you have to identify the line numbers of 5 errors in the pseudocode and suggest a correction for each error. Do you want to do it? It's an array used to store 1,000 positive numbers, 1,000 positive integers, and it's a 1D array, and highest, total, and yes, what are the problems here? There are 5 errors here. Yes, are you doing it? Have you identified? Let's do it. Should we do it together? Okay, now let's see. Are we able to identify the errors or not? See, declare numbers array 1:1000 of integer, correct? Declare highest string. Highest is used to store the highest value. It should not be string, fine. Declare count integer, declare total integer. Highest is initialized with a very high value, which is wrong. Highest, what have we learned? Highest is initialized with a low value. Total equals to 0. The count equals to 1 to 1,000. Input numbers count. Input is taken in the array numbers at the count location from 1 to 1,000. Total equals to total plus count. Is it correct? Exactly, that is a problem. It should have been total equals to total plus numbers count. We have to actually add this value, fine. So it is also an error. This is identified. Line number 10, if numbers count is greater than total. So are we supposed to compare it with total? Then highest equals to numbers count. Exactly, that is also an error. So that is line number 10. Then highest equals to highest assignment operator, numbers count, end if, next count. After that, all the outputs are together. Output, the highest number is highest. Output, the total is total. Output, the average is average divided by 1,000. Is it correct? That's great. So line number 17 has an error. Average should not be here, it should be total. So have we identified the errors appropriately? All the 5 errors, line 2, line 5, line 9, line 10, and line 17. 2, 5, 9, 10, 17. Yes, did we all identify the same? Okay, now let's see. Line 2, declare highest string is wrong, should have been declare highest integer. Line 5, highest assignment operator 1500 is wrong. It should be highest assignment operator 0. Third error is in line number 9, total equals to total plus count is wrong. It should have been total equals to total plus numbers of count. And the next error is in line number 10. If numbers count is greater than total is wrong, should have been if numbers count is greater than highest. And fifth error is in line number 17, as we had identified, and it should have been output. The average is total divided by 1,000. In this manner, within 5 minutes maximum, if you really know the whole process, then the whole concept is clear. Then you can easily identify this so well. Isn't it easy? 5 marks are yours, exactly. Okay. Write the pseudocode statement to output the average of the numbers rounded to 2 decimal places. It's a 2-mark question. So what is required? This is the requirement that we have to output the average to 2 decimal places. So what is the change that is needed? Instead of total upon 1,000 only, what are we supposed to do is we are going to use the round function. And you can see it's so simple. Round brackets total divided by 1,000, comma 2. To 2 decimal places, that was the requirement. Round it to 2 decimal places. So your division of marks is like this. Correct use of round function to round the average and set to 2 decimal places. For example, output the average is round total divided by 1,000, comma 2. So 5 and 2 marks are yours in such a short time. Okay. Part C. Explain how could you change the corrected algorithm so that it also finds the smallest number that was input and outputs its value at the end. Now, it is the explanation. Be clear that you are not required to write the pseudocode at all. Any code used must be fully explained. Again, be clear. They want you to explain the changes that you need to bring in the same pseudocode, the corrected one, to find out the smallest value. Now you can see it's a 4-mark question. It means that they are expecting the students to write 4 valid points. What is the first thing that we need to see? When the way you have seen, this question is dealing with declaration. Okay, now let me show you the same pseudocode once again. And now we are expected to identify and explain 4 things that we should do in order to find the smallest number. See, what is the first change? Definitely this line. So here it was high, so definitely what I want is along with this, I may need a smallest variable to be declared first and initialized. So how should we initialize the smallest value? That's great. Smallest will be initialized maybe with 1,500, maybe with a very high value. So that is going to be your second point. After that, the way we are trying to figure out with using if the highest number, so similarly, we have to use if to find out the lowest number also. And fourth point will be, you have to output the highest number, the way we have done it for the highest. So similarly, outside the loop, we have to have the smallest value also be displayed. So in this manner, for a 4-mark question, you have identified the declaration of the new variable for smallest at the start of the algorithm, initializing of smallest variable to the higher number, when the way we have done earlier, we have told you. Now you have to use a new selection statement like after inside the loop, just to check that whether the number is the smallest number or not, the same way we have done. Now you can see new selection statement after input to compare input with current smallest number, check if smallest number of smallest value flag not set, check if counter equals to 1. So there are different ways that you can write and you are going to get the point. You are going to gain the marks. If input is smaller than current smallest value, should replace it, or if smallest value flag is not set, then if counter equals to 1. Outside the loop, you have to output the current value of the smallest variable. So the same as we have identified, looking at our question, we can find this also. Yes, exactly. That's great, Ali, that you remember that we have done such questions earlier also while you were practicing thoroughly from the previous papers. But the only change was it was a simple program. Now it is dealing with an array only. That is the only change, fine. So concept is the same. That is what I want you people to understand. Concept is the same. What you need to see is understand the question, read it thoroughly, and start answering. And be clear, If you write a pseudocode, you will not gain any mark at all, because this question is asking you to explain. You have done this, and I've just shared with you the marking scheme so you can understand this is what they are expecting the students to write. You've done the explanation and shared shared the marking scheme to definitely be clear about your answers, okay? Any questions? Now, question number 7. This flowchart represents an algorithm. Now you can see what is the flowchart. Let's see. Start, output, continue. Input answer. If is answer equals to y, yes, input value 1, input operator, input value 2, and is operator equals to a, so it has to perform output value 1 plus value 2, and the arrow is directed back to the continue thing. Otherwise, if that is not the case, it is going to move down to the second situation. Is operator equals to s? Yes, output value 1 minus value 2. If no, it is going to down. Check for the third condition. Is operator equals to m? Yes, value 1 into value 2. No, it is moving here, and value 1 upon value 2. And here you can see in all the situations, the operator is a, s, m, or not. It is moving back to the top, and continue is again a question here. So this is my simple flowchart, giving you 2 minutes to go through yourself, and then we will understand this whole trace table, okay? Giving you 2 minutes, very quick. Understood very well? Okay, now let's move. First statement, first box, box, as you can see, is output, continue. That's why continue is coming here. And then input answer, we have taken the first y, that is in my answer. Is answer equals to y? Yes. So it is moving here, input value 1, operator and value 2. So value 1 is 7, operator is s, and value 2 is 9. So in this manner, y7, s9, y for continue, yes, 7 value 1, operator is s9. So you can see here, it moves here. Is operator equals to a? No, it moves down. Is operator equals to s? Yes. It is outputting value 1 minus value 2, means value 1 is 7, minus value 2 is 9. So 7 minus 9 is minus 2. Be clear, it is minus 2. Then it is moving back to the continue, and you can see continue question mark. Be clear, C capital ONTINUE question mark is supposed to be written completely the way it is written here. Input of answer again. So now it is the second value, as you can see here. Y5, just with a different color coding to make you comprehend. Y moving to answer. Now you can see, is answer equals to y? Yes. Input value 1, operator value 2, means 5 is in value 1, m is in operator, and 12 is in value 2. Now you can see A is not the operator, S is not the operator. So it is moving down, and is operator equals to m? Yes. Value 1 into value 2. 12 times 5 is 60. 60 is written here. You move back to the top to find out, to move here. Output continue. After 60 is output, you can see continue is again appearing in your output column. Again the same, continue question mark. Input answer. So which is the second next input? Again, answer is y. Y here. Is answer equals to y? Yes. It moves here. Input value 1, value 2, and operator. So it is going to be y is the answer. 25, D, and 5. So 25, D, and 5. So you can see it is going to be moving here. Operator is not A, operator is not S, operator is not M. So it is moving to the situation here, and value 1 upon value 2. And then it will be dividing 25 by 5, and the answer is 5. And that is written here. Again, moving back to continue, and here answer is n. Answer n means, is answer equals to y? No, it is stopping the program. So be clear, the other values here are not supposed to be a part of your flowchart at all, because they, after n is input, the program will stop. The program will not continue at all. Understood? Yes or no? Now making sense? Okay, that's great. To be clear, this is why they have tricked you. A 5-mark question dealing with this option, that 10A and 6 will not be inputs. If a student writes these, it means his answer will not be considered to be completely correct. So this is how they trick you actually. Any issues? Okay. State the purpose of this algorithm on page 6. So it's so simple. You can see for yourself. It's a calculator. So it's say asking you to state. So you will simply state a calculator. That's perfectly okay. Now there are problems. Now part C. There are problems with the given algorithm. If the lowercase letter y is entered for answer, the algorithm stops. And if a lowercase letter is entered for operator, the algorithm gives an incorrect output. See, this is for yourself. You must have identified yourself that it's dealing with capital Y only. It means if, for example, the caps lock is off and a person entered small y, so it will end the program. Although, I mean, the person will be perplexed that why has it ended. Similarly, if a lowercase operator is entered, maybe a person entered small a or small s or small m, in all the cases, the work will not be performed. The calculation will be inappropriate, will be incorrect. Explain how would you change the algorithm to prevent the problems being described. Now, just think about it. See, y being entered, fine, perfect. But in case if the y was not entered in capital, y was entered in small. So similarly, all the options, if they are entered in small, so the program will stop abruptly. Okay, that's great. Think about it. It's Ahmed, excellent that we can try out that a person has entered y or small y. Perfect. Same case goes for y only, or should we check the same for a, s, or m also? Exactly. All the alphabets should be checked in this manner that we can go with an or situation. We may have we can write in or situation here, or we can use another box here. Both are okay. Perfect. Perfect. There's no mistake. See, yeah, explanation is needed. Explain how would you change. So what can we do is we can use two process boxes after the answer and operator inputs are taken, and we can use a UCase function, as you remember, to change the input to the uppercase. That is one option. Like one option is a child can write that I am going to use, after the two inputs are taken, I am going to use two more. I'm going to use two process boxes, and I'm going to use UCase function to convert them to capital to convert them to capital letters completely. So it means that if it's already capital, nothing is going to happen. But if it's not capital, then it will convert to capital. That's perfectly okay. Or another child, as Mehmet was mentioning here, what can happen is you're going to change the conditions in all the 4 process decision boxes. And we have to change in this manner. We can say or answer equals to y. Similarly, or operator equals to a, or operator equals to s, or operator equals to m. So we have to use we have to change the condition in all the 4 decision boxes, the way Ahmed has mentioned. So they both are the correct answers. A child can write any of the answer. Explanation done properly will definitely give him 3 out of 3. Okay, understood? Now, identify one more error related to inputs when the algorithm is run. Okay, if you have observed, we have talked about it. In all cases, the operator is not A or S or M. So it is definitely going here. Maybe a person entered a wrong like letter. His hand has touched the wrong key. So it was not A, S, or M. So in that case, in all cases, you can see the four options at the top are wrong, are like the A, S, or M is not there. So it is all, in all cases, going for the division process. So that is actually a problem. So it is only testing A. Now, there are, identify one more error. One more error is supposed to be identified here only. So you can see a child can choose that, a child may have seen that it's going to be AS or M are only checked. So if assumed, it is, in all cases, it is assumed it is going to move to D, division, which is wrong, which might be wrong. Division by zero, exactly. Like, although there's an option that a person has entered value 2 as a 0, so it will result in your wrong value. Maybe the wrong data type, exactly. Maybe a person has entered a character instead of a number, because we're not checking any, we're not performing any validation check here, exactly. Or no data is entered, it's all blank. So these are all the options available. So a student can write, can choose any of these, and his answer will be considered to be the correct answer. Issues? Okay. Question number 8. A database table, major city shows, a database table, major city stores some details about a number of cities from around the world. State the number of fields and records in this database table. How many fields are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And how many records are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 records are here. We are not going to include this line in records, so you can see for yourself 23 records and 6 fields. Identify the field in the database table that is most suitable to be the primary key and give one reason for your choice. Out of these, which one is the most appropriate field to be the primary key? Exactly, code. And why? Reason is so simple. It is the only field with unique contents, or it is a unique identifier. So you have written the primary key field as code, and you have written the right reason. 2 marks are yours. 2 marks for identifying finding the number of records and fields, and 2 marks are for correct identification of the primary key and the right reason. See, so simple. Now let's move. Give the output from the SQL statement. Select city, country, population from major city, where continent equals to South America, ordered by population. Order by population means that you have to go for the ascending order. So first of all, identify the records, the rows that are meeting the criteria. Continent equals to South America. So by the way, which cities are in South America? Identified? This one is in South America. Now, this one is in South America. 2. This one is in South America. 3. So you have identified, and we are supposed to mention city and country and the population. Fine. So, and order by population means this is your population value. This is your population value. And this one is your population value. So which one will come first? Now, have you seen the answer here? SA Y1, SA Y2, SAN1. These are the 3 records that you have identified. And now let's see. Smallest one, as you can see, population, city, country, and population. These are supposed to be mentioned here. So you can see the name of the city, Valencia, Venezuela, its population. Okay, 1983445. Second one is Lima, Peru. 11 lakh 206,000 is the value. 11,206,000 is the next one. Buenos Aires, Argentina, 15490,415. So you can see order by is going to be working here to display the smallest population first. The least population is going to be coming first. The second highest, and the highest is coming in the end. So in this manner, you have identified the right city, country, and these are coming here. Okay. So in this manner, you can actually score 3 out of 3. Okay, now complete the SQL statement to list only the code, city, country, and continent of all the cities in the database table that are capital cities. Now, you can see here, for this, what you need to see is which field will be considered, which field will be taken into account. Capital, like code, city, capital, country, continent, population. Capital true means it is indicating it's the capital. Is it the capital city or not? So you can see a number of countries have capital false also, because Germany's capital city is not Frankfurt. Similarly, Pakistan's capital city is not Karachi. Similarly, Nigeria's capital city is not Lagos. So here you can see the requirement is to identify, to write the select query that it will be displaying this situation. So what will be happening here? Select is going to be code, comma city, comma country, comma continent. These are the 4 fields from the table name is major city, where capital equals to true. As you can see, where capital is equals to true. And this true is written without quotations and semicolon. Ending of your select statement is with a semicolon. So this is going to give you 4 out of 4. Easy? Okay. Now, question number 9. Consider this logic expression. Z equals to A NaN B XOR not B NaN C. Draw a logic circuit for this logic expression. Each logic gate must have a maximum of 2 inputs. Do not simplify the logic expression. Means that you have to do the way it is present here. You don't have to simplify. You don't have to do anything else. So you can see here, Z equals to A NaN B. So first thing is A NAND B. One signal coming from here, from B, and the NAND drawn. And it's going to the last XOR gate. 2 marks. Then not B NaN C. So you can see, first of all, we'll perform this operation. Like not B, as you can see here, not B connected to the NAND gate, which is here. And this NAND gate is getting one input coming from not B, another input coming from C. And later, the output of this is connected with the NOT gate here. This is this NOT gate. And the result of this NOT gate is going to the XOR gate. So it's not difficult, isn't it? It seems difficult, exactly. Looking at it for the first time, it seems a bit difficult, although it isn't. Easy. And in this manner, you can actually score for 5 out of 5. You've identified the right position, and it's so easy. A and B, so simple. Connected to the XOR gate, so simple. Then do not get confused. Just remember, this one bracket will be solved first. So you're going to have not B NaN C, and then you will perform the NOT operation. And you are not supposed to simplify the logic expression. Okay? Now, complete the truth table from the given logic expression. So this was the logic expression done here. Now, what are we doing here? A NaN B. First of all, A NaN B. Look at the 2 columns AB. 0 and 0, 0, reverse is a 1. 0 and 0, reverse is a 1. 0 and 1 is a 0, reverse is a 1. 0 and 1 is a 0, reverse is a 1. 1 and 0 is a 0, reverse is a 1. 1 and 0 is a 0, reverse is a 1. 1 and 1 is a 1, reverse is a 0. And 1 and 1 is a 1, reverse is a 0. So this is the column in your working space for A NaN B. Okay? Now, not be Nancy. So first of all, it's not be. I mean, if you want to do it, fine, perfectly okay. But just to make the concept clearer for all children, we have done it here. Not be. It means the signal, the B value will be completely reversed. So 0 becomes a 1 and 1 becomes a 0. So your answer for not be will be 1 1 0 0 1 1 0 0. And then we are performing not be Nancy. So not be Nancy. You can see 1 and 0 is a 0, reverse is a 1. 1 and 1 is a 1, reverse is a 0. 0 and 0 is a 0, reverse is a 1. 0 and 1 is a 0, reverse is a 1. 1 and 0 is a 0, reverse is a 1. 1 and 1 is a 1, reverse is 0. 0 and 0 is a 0, reverse is 1. Similarly, 0 and 1 is a 0, so reverse is a 1. So in this manner, not be Nancy is also done here. Fine. We are done with these two. Fine. Any issues? Now we are left with what? Now you can see it's going to be not of this signal. So it's so simple. All ones become zeros and all zeros become 1. 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. The reversing, the knotting performed on this not be Nancy. And for the final one, what we have to do is we have to perform the XOR operation. And for that, what are we doing? We are going to look for this signal and this signal, and we will be getting we will be performing the XOR operation here. So you can see 0 and 1 opposites are 1. 1 and 1 same as a 0. 0 and 1 opposites are 1. 0 and 1 opposites is a 1. 0 and 1 opposites is a 1. 1 and 1 same as a 0. 0 and 0 same as a 0. 0 and 0 same as a 0. So again, just a hint given to you. What you will be doing in the paper is you will be placing your hand or maybe something that you are not going to look at these two signals and you will only look for this signal. And this is your final outcome: 1 0 1 1 1 0 0 0. And 4 marks are yours. Easy? Okay, now how was this paper? Easy? Okay, now mashallah, great. Jazakallah khairan kaseera for being a part of the learning journey. Hope you have understood each and everything. In case you want something to be done, okay, now, yeah, exactly, that's great, Ali, that you have pinpointed, and other students also. Definitely the scenario-based question will be done, inshallah, very soon. So stay connected, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends and family so that they all are going to benefit from it. Take very good care of yourselves. Take very good care of your family. May Allah bless you. May Allah help you out. Allah Hafiz. And stay tuned, exactly, inshallah.